Good morning, kindergartners. Welcome back for another math lesson with me, Miss Harwood. Last week was all about coins. Today, I want to practice our adding and subtracting skills within 5. So that means from the number 0 to the number 5. It's important that we know how to add and subtract within 5 in a snap. That means we should know the answer really, really fast. Before we begin, I wanted to practice counting with you today. Instead of using our video, I wanted to see if you could count how many beads are on this. As I move the beads over, like this, make sure you are counting them with me out loud. Ready? Let's set it up. Here we go. Get ready to count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Whoa! So how many beads did we count on here? 100. That's great. Thank you for counting with me. Now, let's get started practicing our addition and subtraction within 5. Let's go over our learning target for today. I can add and subtract within 5. As we're adding and subtracting today in our lesson, remember that add means to put together and subtract means to take away. We're only going to be practicing adding and subtracting numbers within 5. So that means we won't be going any higher than the number 5 today, because we really need to practice how to add and subtract within 5 to make sure we know all the ways to add and subtract within a snap. In another lesson, we went over this chart. Ways to add and subtract. There are 3 ways to add and subtract. Number 1 is to put the big number in your head and count on. So one way to do this is we can catch the bigger number and count on. So our big number here would have been 5, 6, 7. So I counted on to 7. The second way is to use my fingers. So you can just use the fingers on your hands to count. And the third way is to draw circles. We did a lot of practicing drawing circles. And you can add, put the circles together, or you can subtract, take away, crossing out the circles. Today, we're going to use our fingers to help us solve math problems when adding and subtracting.
The materials that you need today are the following. You will need paper and pencil. Pause this video now and grab your materials if you do not already have them. We will be using the I do, we do, you do lesson for today. As we go through each number sentence, make sure that you are participating with me during the video. As I said before, we are going to be using our fingers to help solve each of these math problems. I'm going to use these dice to help me decide what numbers we will be using for our number sentences, and also if we'll be adding or subtracting for our number sentence. You can see that there are some plus signs on this die, and then also some minus signs. Let's start by rolling our dice gently to figure out what numbers I'll be using. Okay, I'll be using 1 and 1. Now let's roll my next die to see if I'll be adding or subtracting. Okay, I see a minus sign here. So that means I will be subtracting these numbers. The number sentence says 1 minus 1. Do you know the answer? Let's check your answer to see if you are correct. I'm going to write it down right here and then add my equal sign at the end. So I'm going to start with one finger because that's my first number in my number sentence. And then I'm going to take away because when we minus, we take away. So 1, take away 1, to take away one finger. How many are left? 0. If there are 0 fingers, that's our answer. So 1 minus 1 equals 0. Any number minus itself is always going to be 0. So if I were to say 10 minus 10, 10 minus itself is going to equal 0. If I were to say 25 minus 25, if I'm taking away 25 from itself, the answer is going to be 0. So any number minus itself is always going to be 0. I'm going to show you one more example before we do some together. Let me roll my numbers first. Whoa, I have 2 and a 2. Let's see if we're going to add or subtract. This time we're going to add because this is a plus sign. And when we have a plus sign, we're going to add. So my number sentence says 2 plus 2. I'm going to write it down here. 2 plus 2 equals. So we start by putting the first number on our fingers, and the first number is 2. So I'm going to put 2 fingers on my hand. My next number is also a 2. So when we're adding, I have to put more. So I'm going to put 2 more fingers on my hand. 1, 2. Now that I have all my fingers, I'm going to add them together. Let's count to see what the answer is. 1, 2, 3, 4. My answer is 4 because there are 4 fingers. So my whole number sentence says 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's do a few together now. First, we roll the dice. Next, we have to find out if we're adding or subtracting. Okay, which sign is this? A plus sign. And a plus sign means we are going to be adding these numbers. So we're going to add 1 plus 2. So then we need to write out our number sentence. 1 plus 2 equals. Move those up a little bit. Do you know what the answer is for this number sentence? Let's check our work to see if you're right. How many fingers are we going to show first? 1 finger. Now, how many are we going to add? 2 fingers. And add 2 fingers. Now let's count to see how many fingers are all together. 1, 2, 3. Our answer is 3. So our number sentence is 1 plus 2 equals 3. I'm going to leave my number sentence here, and we're just going to add to our list of number sentences. Let's roll our dice again. Oh my goodness, we have 1 and a 1. Let's see if we're adding or subtracting. Which sign is this? A plus sign or minus sign? A plus sign. That means, are we going to add or subtract? Add. We're going to add these numbers together. So our number sentence says 1 plus 1 equals, do you know the answer? Let's check to see if you're right. First, we put up how many fingers? 1 finger. How many more are we going to add? 1 more. Let's count to see how many fingers are all together. 1, 2. Our answer is 2. Great job. All right, let's roll again. A 3 and a 1. Let's see if we're going to add or subtract. Another what? Plus sign. So that means we're going to add. Our number sentence is 3 plus 1 equals. Do you know the answer? Let's check to see if you're right using our fingers. We're going to hold up how many fingers first? 3. And because we're adding, how many more fingers are we going to put up? 1 more. How many fingers are there all together now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Let's roll our dice again. Okay. We have a 2 and a 2. Let's see if we're going to add or subtract. Couldn't see that one. All right, is this a plus sign or a minus sign? A minus sign. This is a minus sign. Because this is a minus sign, that means we're going to subtract these numbers. Our number sentence says 2 minus 2 equals, do you know the answer? Let's see if you're right. First, we need to check with our fingers, and how many fingers are we going to put up? 2. We're going to put up 2, and because we're subtracting, does that mean we add more fingers or take them away? Take them away. We're going to take away 2 more fingers. We're going to take away 2 from 2. So go ahead and take away 2 fingers. 1, 2. How many fingers are left? 0. So our answer is 0. 2 minus 2 equals 0. Let's do one more together. Here we go. All right, we have a 3 and a 2. Let's see if we're going to add or subtract. We're going to what? Subtract. We're going to subtract because this is a minus sign. So our number sentence is 3 minus 2 equals, do you know what the answer is? Let's see if you're right. First, we start off by putting up how many fingers? 3 fingers, because 3 is our first number. So we have 3 fingers. And if this is a minus sign, are we going to add more fingers or take away? Take away. So we're going to take away 2 fingers. So go ahead and take away 2. 1, 2. How many fingers are left? 1. So our answer is 1. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Great job, my friends. Now it is your turn to practice adding and subtracting within 5 at home. Your assignment today is to solve these 8 number sentences. Once you've solved these 8 number sentences, go ahead and take a picture and send them to your teacher. Make sure that as you're solving these 8 number sentences, you're using your fingers to help you check your work and make sure that you have the right answer. So go ahead, pause this video, and get started on your assignment. We can't wait to see all the hard work that you've done. See you tomorrow!